Hi guys, I am Dazzling Reels. If you're new to my channel, come on guys, kindly subscribe. Let's make Nigerian chinchin together, guys. Let's make the Nigerian chinchin together. So I'll be posting the ingredients for this chinchin right in the description box, so you get to see all the ingredients and the measurements. So do not fret. I'll be using my all-purpose flour already fixed in. This in here is my baking powder. I have my already mixed sugar and my nutmeg, and the rest is history because I'll be sieving it. And the reason for sieving is because you would want to extract all the dirt, yeah, so the dirt will not go in. So right here we have our milk. I have 3 brands of milk right here. I have the powdered form, the powdered one that I already diluted with water. I have the evaporated milk here, and the third milk is in a little bottle. I just took 1 tablespoon for that. Then I judiciously whisked it. The essence for this is because you want all your ingredients, all the items that you put in here to, mix properly, So in here I already diluted my butter. I added my butter in here. I also whisked it again, mixed everything together so all of them would mix properly. Making chinchi is actually very interesting because it doesn't cost a fortune to make. You can just buy all of this for, let's say, give or take 1,500. It might not even be up to 1,500 and you're good to go. So the next thing I added was my milk. Guys, I should have added my eggs here, but I think I forgot to, but it doesn't matter because it still serves the purpose. So I mixed all of them together. What I added there was my milk. I mixed everything thoroughly together. I had to go down with my hands right about now because the whisk wasn't doing justice as I wanted. So you want it to look like, breadcrumbs. Yeah. So now I went in with my eggs and it still served the purpose. So you mix properly. So, but you should know this, that whenever you're adding your milk, please ensure that you add it gently so it doesn't get watery, so you don't lose the consistency that you'd want when mixing your dough. At this point my bowl was not serving the purpose, so I sprinkled flour on the surface. Guys, that surface was already cleaned, so I sprinkled flour on it and then added my dough and started kneading properly. Now guys, you need to knead this until the dough is no longer sticky on your palm. So you need to knead this properly. As you can see, it's quite sticky. You really need to knead it until it's no longer sticky. That's when you know that you are good to go and ready to work. Now this is what it looked like once I was done. So I set it aside for about 25 minutes and covered it up. So the work proper began right about now. So I sprinkled my flour on the surface and brought out my dough, guys. It rose a little, yeah, and became kind of soft, kind of, I won't say, let's say soft, but was the right consistency I wanted anyway. So I had to knead it again, then cut the part that I'd be working with first. I didn't want to work with the entire dough, so I just divided into 2 and worked with half of the dough, so the work is easier for me. Next, I went into action with my rolling pin and I rolled the dough as I wanted. So you can decide if you want your chinchin to be bulky, like big, or you can decide the kind of size you want it. If you want it tiny, if you want it big, you can decide the shape you'd also want to give it. So it's your choice. So I rolled it, and whenever it became sticky, that's the dough, I'd go in with my flour, so it makes it easy for me. And this is me spreading the dough, so I get the right thickness that I want. That's that about that. So next I went in with my knife. Guys, I don't have that thing they use in cutting chinchin, that rolling thing. I don't know what it's called as at this point making this video, but I think I'll write it down for you in the comment section once I google it. So I use my knife, guys, to cut my chinchin, and it still turned out nice. But if you have it, that machine, the little machine used to cut chin chin. Trust me, it's the best you should go for. But for the knife turned out well, so it gave me what I wanted too. So it still served the purpose, and that's just all that matters. So I sprinkled in some flour because it was beginning to get very sticky, and it was not. It was it was beginning to get very sticky. So I added flour on my tray after I had finished cutting the chin chin to the sizes that I wanted, and I poured all of them in the tray. So at this point you want to repeat the same process again by kneading it, rolling it, and cutting it to the sizes of your preference. So guys, this is what it's going to look like once you're done cutting them into the sizes that you want. So the next thing I did was to set my oil on the fire, and I reduced the heat, guys. You do not want the heat to overcook your chin chin. Then I put the chin chin in bits, so it doesn't get choked up, and I ensure that I stirred continuously. You don't want to leave it in order for it not to get burnt, or some parts will not get done. So you need to continuously stir all of them together until you get the color that says it is ready, guys. That's the golden brown color, and this is what it's going to look like, guys, like this. So you do that repeatedly again to all the chin chins until you're done frying, guys. The beautiful thing about chin chin is that it's an all occasion thing. When I say an all occasion thing, is that you see it everywhere in all occasions, your weddings, birthdays, wherever you are, guys. This would serve as a lifesaver if you have a visitor in your house and you're lazy to cook and you have chin chin in your wardrobe or somewhere. Guys, it will help you. All you need to do is serve it on your small plate, get your drinks, and you are good to go. Your visitor will thank you so much for it, as long as you made it very well. Ensure that it's richly made with enough milk and the right ingredients, and you're good to go, guys. You can never go broke as a student once you know how to make chin chin, because your pockets will never run dry, guys, because your friends will always want to buy. Take a good look at this chin chin now. Take a good look at this chin chin. But please do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.